Hi, first grade. This week in writing, you have a writing project, and your project for writing this week is to start to plan and begin to write a paragraph about your favorite things about home. So, just a reminder, a paragraph is a short piece of writing that has a sentence that explains what you're writing about, three sentences that have details, and then a sentence at the end that kind of explains the closing of your paragraph. And I know that sounds a little complicated, first grade, but we're going to take it bit by bit and do it together this week. And the first thing we're going to do is talk about those topic sentences and details and concluding sentence in a way that I think is easy for you to understand. And that is a hamburger paragraph. And I know it looks silly at first, but it actually makes a lot of sense. So a hamburger paragraph shows you what your paragraph looks like in a fun way. So when you're writing about our favorite things about home, you can think about the top bun being your topic sentence, what introduces you to the topic, which is your favorite things about home. The details are all the juiciness inside the burger, right? The juicy, fun things that help your story or what you're writing about seem exciting and actually tells the reader what you have to say and what it's all about. So your lettuce, your tomato, your burger, those are your details. And then the bottom bun is your concluding sentence. It closes up the burger, right? It closes up what you're writing about and what you're talking about and lets the reader know you're done writing. So what we're focusing on today is not really putting all of it together, but really just thinking about how to begin. Because when you're writing, it seems kind of scary at first to write so many sentences, but if you have a plan, then you don't have to be so scared and you have some organization and you can understand where you need to start and kind of get all the thoughts that are jumbled up in your head down somewhere to understand it better. So your plan can look a couple different ways. And I think the best way is to have a web or a diagram, something that shows really clearly what you're planning. So here's an example of a writing web. And this web has three details. We're going to be focusing our writing project with three details, so three of your favorite things about home. And that's what day one is, Monday. So Monday, day one, we're just making a plan. So you can create a plan that looks like this, or you can make a plan that looks like a list, and I'll show you that in a second. But if I was coming up with my own favorite things about home, I would write one thing that's my favorite thing here, another here, and another here. So I'm going to do that right now while I'm talking with you. And I'm thinking to myself, and I want you to imagine you're me, okay? So this is what you're going to be doing too. And I'm thinking, okay, one of my favorite things about home is Chicken, my cat. So I'll write Chicken the cat in my first place on my web. Chicken the cat. I can keep thinking, okay, what else do I love about home? What are the favorite things I have? I love my cozy couch. Okay? My cozy couch is something I love about home. And now I just need to think about one more thing. So at first, it seems like a lot of work to do. But once you get flowing, it's really not so bad. My last favorite thing and it doesn't have to be the only things you care about. Just three of your favorites. It doesn't have to be all of the things. I'm sure there's many, many more things you love about home than three things. Just think about three of them. And my last one will be my sunny backyard, where I spend lots of time with Mr. Settles, and I like to look at my flowers. And so those are three of my favorite things about home: Chicken the cat, my cozy couch, and my sunny backyard. And there's my plan. That's all I have to do today. When you're writing, you can take it step by step, and you don't need to get too far ahead of yourself, because that's when you start getting a little confused or unfocused. So having your plan helps you to be able to make your paragraph at some point. So these 3 details are the same thing as my lettuce, tomato, and burger. Chicken the cat, my cozy couch, and my sunny backyard. Now all I need are my buns that I'll figure out later. I don't have to worry about that today. So I was going to show you another way. So you can have your web like this, or you can have a list. So if you're someone that doesn't need a web to think of a list and you would rather do it point by point, that's totally fine. You can do it that way too. So this is the exact same thing, only it's 1, 2, 3 instead of the circles that have your information in it, your details, your favorite things. The last thing I want to say about this is I want you to notice that I said things in my details that make it so much more interesting. So for example, I didn't just say cat, couch, and backyard. You can do that. That's perfectly fine and acceptable. But what's more fun to read? It's more fun as a reader to hear chicken, the cat, the name of my cat, my couch that's cozy. So a cozy couch. I'm using adjectives to make my writing more fun and more interesting to read. Otherwise, it's just boring, you know? If you're reading a paragraph and all you hear is, my favorite things are my cat, couch, and backyard, it's just boring. You want to make it more fun and exciting for the reader. So if you can, come up with your 3 things and then maybe go back and add interesting adjectives, words that describe those things to make it more fun and exciting when you're all done. So that's all you're doing today, first grade, just coming up with a plan of your 3 favorite things about home. And I will take pictures of this and send it to your parents too so that they can see it. All right, good luck. I can't wait to see your plans. Bye, first grade.